Yeah, everyone, welcome back. Today we want to take a look at the Polestar shares. They've been doing really well recently, and we want to understand why and could Polestar do even better in the near future. So we got plenty of positive information, plenty of positive news to go through, but most important, Yahoo Finance is talking about Polestar. So we want to understand what they have to say. Polestar CEO Thomas Ingerloth actually did an interview Yahoo Finance quite recently, and that seemed to have had a very positive impact on the share price. Also, Polestar Q3 earning calls seems to have had a positive impact on Polestar share price, and that's what I'm looking for with Polestar as well. That's the kind of company I want Polestar to be. So let's listen to what Yahoo Finance had to say.
Polestar share is rising this morning after the company posted higher revenue and narrowed its operating losses in the third quarter. Yahoo Finance senior auto correspondent Praz Subramanian is here with us. Praz, I can't say I'm surprised. I'm seeing these Polestar cars everywhere lately.
Yeah, Sal's actually first net profit as a public company, too, right? So 14 cents a share here. The expectation was a 12-cent loss, so kind of surprising they actually pulled it out with a, kind of eked out a little profit here, which is more than we can say about other EV
like
companies, right? So for the first three, revenue-wise, $435 million. That's up 105% compared to a year ago. They've delivered around 30,000 cars, and they said they're going to hit their goal of 50,000 cars for the year, so that's pretty good. A bit of cold water here, though. Thomas Ingenlath, CEO, said in a media call that talking about part shortages. Will the situation improve next year? No. We expect this again to be something that keeps us busy basically through 2023. So there's still a little bit of issue there with those part shortages.
For all of these companies, it comes down to a few things: battery, but also the synergies production-wise. And you're just running through some of that production and what that's going to look like. What type of synergies does Polestar have for the types of vehicles that it's bringing to market as well within that production?
It was cool. I sat in one of these. I reviewed one, Praz, and when you sit in there, all the technology turns on. It's totally seamless. It's a wild car. Really nice car. Good price, too.
There's no crank. You just sit inside. It knows you're in there and the car's on.
Are we done with the crank? Are we done with sticking a key in and having to go through that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wonderful. All right, that's only if I buy perhaps a 96 used car at this point. Praz, thanks so much for taking the time here with us today. Appreciate it.
Very positive takeaway. Of course, Q3 earnings, we're ramping up to Q4 and expect Q4 biggest Polestar delivery quarter, but the earnings are going to be huge as well. Can we expect the share price to go above $7, $8? I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing. At the end of Q4, these 3 months, October, November, December, Polestar is looking to deliver over 20,000 or almost 20,000 to complete that 50,000 vehicles delivered. With that being said, you got to kind of expect the share price to do really well. We're looking at, I would definitely say $7 is a given. $7 is a given. Yeah, Q4 earning calls, $7 is a given. $8 is a definite possibility. It's on the horizon. Because look at the other shares, right? Look at Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, NIO. They're all doing slightly different things. While Polestar, they're all publishing their Q3 earnings and expectations and stuff like that. But the one surprise was Polestar. They're the ones who surprised the market. And because they surprised the market, there is a positive reaction from the market, as you can clearly see. Now, for Q3, estimated revenue over 435 million to 471 million. That's really impressive. Though Polestar did miss on the line, sales were up 105% for the quarter versus last year, and it was enough to eke out a 4 million gross profit for the quarter. The company was able to trim its operating loss for Q3 by 1/3 compared to last year. That's true. They did trim a lot of their expenses, which is really impressive for a company that is just starting out. They're not independent. They are owned by Volvo and Geely, but more incredibly is that the manufacturing, it's done by Volvo factories and Geely factories. So for Polestar to be able to lower their operating loss despite using your parent company's factory to build your own vehicles, that's really impressive. But maybe that's the exact reason why they're able to cut these losses. That partnership between Geely and Volvo, perhaps it's much stronger than we can ever expect. So through the first 9 months of the year, Polestar reported 54 million in gross profit on 1.48 billion in sales. So during that time, Polestar delivered just over 30,000 vehicles, 424 cars globally, and the company said it was on track to hit its 50,000 vehicles target by the end of this year. The company expects 2.4 billion in sales for the entirety of this year. That's really impressive, because if Polestar can make 2.4 billion per year for the next 10 years, you're looking at over 20 billion in revenue, more than 20 billion actually. But given that the market cap is under 14 billion, isn't it obvious that this company is undervalued? By the way, 2.4 billion, that will continue to rise each year. That will continue to rise each year. So whenever I'm looking at a company, if it's overvalued or undervalued, what they're doing currently right now, and if they did that for the next 10 years, how much would they make? And then compare that with their market cap. Clearly, it's much more than their market cap, which means they are heavily undervalued. And the market is slowly discovering this little by little. And I think the end of this quarter is going to prove to the market that, yes, this company means serious business. Yes, they unveil prototype cars such as the Polestar 5, the Polestar 6, that's the O2. Yes, these cars are a few years out. However, Polestar delivers on their word. They're going to build these cars. The amazing thing is that in the next 4 years, we're going to have 2 SUVs from Polestar. We're going to have the Polestar 2 still. We're going to have the Polestar 3 premium SUV, the Polestar 4 crossover SUV. We'll have the Polestar 5, that's a sport premium sedan GT. And then we'll have their supercar, the Polestar 6. That's all in the next 4 to 5 years. By the way, the Polestar 6 first 500 edition will be the LA concept edition to mirror the original concept from the O2 precept. So the next 5 years of Polestar, they're going to ramp up production to over 250,000 vehicles. It doesn't just end there, but they will have so many different options. And not to mention, hopefully they will start thinking about updating the Polestar 2, because eventually they will have to update the Polestar 2. People are going to want a fresh look. They're going to want to lower it because the car is actually quite high right now, and not a lot of people like that. Or maybe they will bring out a new Polestar 2. We don't really know what the future holds, but the way they design their cars, beautiful cars, they're going to be very popular as a company. And once again, let me reiterate, Polestar is not meant to be the next Tesla. No, Polestar is meant to be the next Porsche. That's their competitor. I'm always targeting Porsche when I think about Polestar. So the Polestar 6 concept, it won't just end there. They might have multiple different versions and more Polestar supercars to come to compete with other Porsche models. So before we end this video, let's take one final look at the Polestar share. $6.49. Like I said, at the end of this quarter, I do believe we're looking at $7 to $8 per share. Once Polestar delivers 50,000 vehicles, they will have a really positive earnings call because of the money they'll earn. I think the market is going to respond very positively to Polestar after Q4. It's going to be really good time for Polestar. Obviously, next year we've got the Polestar 3 to look forward to manufacturing and the Polestar 4 unveiling. Big things to come. Thank you for watching this video. This is the end. Subscribe to see more. And of course, I'll see you in our next video. Everyone, welcome back. This is an update to this video. I recorded this video earlier today and the share price has changed so much. So I can't publish this video unless I provide an update. So this is just a quick update. I made a live stream about this, about how well the Polestar share is doing. It was trending on Yahoo Finance. It was trending. It's not trending anymore because different countries are still trading. After hours trading is going on right now with institutional investors. The after hours price is $7.75. The closing price for everyday investors, $7.82. We did incredibly well today. We can be extremely proud of Polestar today. Seriously. I think overall price got to about 85 or 87. $7.87. Like I was saying earlier in this video, I thought the Polestar share would get to $8 after Q4, not before. This is absolutely incredible. But listen, that's not the only incredible thing to discuss today. We must take a look at other companies such as NIO. Polestar share, the NIO company, 16.98 billion in market cap, just below 17 billion. Now let's take a look at Polestar, 16.49 billion. They're incredibly close. Polestar could be more valuable than NIO quite soon. That's crazy. So if we go to company's market cap ranking, as you can see, there you go. Polestar is the 5th biggest EV company in the world, behind NIO. This is absolutely incredible. When it comes to market cap, Polestar is 5th. They are 5th. That's incredible. And honestly, we should be more valuable than Rivian. We're getting incredibly close to NIO and to Lucid as well. We should be more valuable than Lucid as well. Right now, we're above Li Auto and we're above XPeng. Absolutely incredible. So Polestar could be more valuable than NIO, Lucid as well, both company. And Polestar is probably the only share that's doing positive right now. 20% gain in one day. Absolutely incredible. There are other EV companies such as Fisker, Proterra that were doing well, but towards the end of trading, the price started to go back down gently. They are in positive though. Look at that. There are a few companies in positives for sure, but Canoe, Arrival, they are dirt cheap right now. Canoe share is 35 cents per share. Sorry, Arrival share is 35 cents per share. Canoe share is $1.06 per share. Dirt cheap. Faraday Future. Does anyone remember Faraday Future? Wow. 33 cents per share. So this was just a quick update. Thank you for watching.